coming up on MHS1.
We go on a field trip with the French Club and we learn about MEF.
And it's all coming up on MHS1. Good morning, McKinney High School. Today is February 6th. I'm Patrick Duran.
And I'm Lily Pisano, and you're watching MHS1. The MEF deadline is quickly approaching. Here's Janae, Star, and Noah with some more information.
The McKinney Education Foundation is offering scholarships to all McKinney seniors.
The McKinney Education Foundation scholarships, there's a few kind. There's merit-based scholarships, so what a student has done throughout their high school career. There's also need-based. And then of course there's the athletic scholarships that students can get as well. The scholarship is offered to all MISD seniors, so anyone that is graduating from an MISD high school, it doesn't matter if you're a citizen or not. The benefits of this is that it makes it extremely non-competitive, so every senior should be applying for this.
To me, they're kind of like the college application in that they have the Common App essay and they use holistic reviewing processes. I've applied to the MEF scholarship, and I think the hardest part about it was the part where it asked you about your career goals, because on my other college essays I focused on academic goals instead of one specific career.
I am currently in the process of applying for the MEF scholarships, and the hardest part for me would have to be answering the essay questions. Even though they're like super duper easy to answer, I just want to make sure I answer them really well, but the only thing I can think of is I want to go to my first choice school because I like it.
Just make sure that you guys start early. It kind of takes a long process, so especially to get your recommendations in, the 4 of them. So make sure you guys are working on it now and not waiting to the last minute. You apply by just going to the MEF's website. It's an online application. You just go there, write an essay, you have 4 recommendations, and then you'll just submit it by February 13th at 3:30 p.m.
This has been Noah Ellsworth, Janae Phillips, and Victoria Sandoval reporting for MHS1.
College dropout rates have been increasing over the past couple of years. Here's Yoki and Demi with some more information.
In America today, the college retention rates are steadily decreasing. An average of 40% of students drop out of college. That's like saying only 6 out of 10 people will graduate college. But why drop out of college? Rising tuition, too much stress, insufficient preparation, or family issues. Sadly, there is no legitimate answer, but I will tell you that out of all the top 4 main causes, the most overwhelming is number 1, rising tuition. And oftentimes that problem will lead to all the other 3 main causes. Dropping out of college may be inevitable for some, but you can lower the stress levels for you if you seek financial aid. Visit Ms. Ribble, the MEF teacher, and talk about your college finance plan in room F119.
Now here's our new segment, Between Two Plants.
This is the first edition of Between Two Plants. I'm your host, Kyle McKelvey. With me today I have Michael Bennett Elementary School.
It's just Mike Bennett.
Right. Do you like to knit? Knit?
No, I don't, actually. I've never done it before.
Okay. What do you actually do during the day? I usually just see you standing around the halls.
I do a lot during the day. I have discipline referrals. I observe teachers. I'm at the lunchroom a lot. It's just.
What do? You just eat lunch?
No, I actually, talk with the students, And if they may not have lunch or something like that, I might supply them with a little bit of money or just talk to the accountant and see what we can do about that.
You're following 316 people on Twitter.
I'm not really sure if I follow that many people, but if I do, then I do.
You do.
Okay.
How many times do you record the robo messages before you get it right?
Lion Nation, hot off the press. The northbound frontage road between El Dorado and Parkview has been reopened. Please make sure you are following all current traffic signs. Thank you and have a great day.
Goodbye.
Once, I practice once and then I do it. It's good. I'm really good at that.
How's Mixtape Club?
That's Mr. Bear, who was the sponsor for that.
How's your vegan diet and bike racing?
That's once again Mr. Bear who does that.
I think we got the wrong interviewer. Okay. Well, looks like that's all we have today. This was the first edition of Between Two Plants with Bennett Elementary School. Thank you.
The American Sign Language class is implementing a new learning style. Here's Lily, She, and Haley with more.
This semester in ASL, Mr. Plahaki has implemented a new way of learning in the classroom.
In order to learn the language, you have to turn off your voice. The moment you use your voice is the moment you stop learning and stop practicing. So in my classes, there's 100% no talking, 100% visually watching, and what happens is you are immersed in the language, and the fact that you can't talk verbally forces you to use the skills. It forces you to fingerspell words you don't know, it forces you to use signs you don't know, and you become more proficient a lot quicker in that way. There's a lot of words that are not in books, and so the only way to learn it is you have to have a small group of people that are continually signing, they're tripping across the need to express themselves. And for those of you thinking about ASL, think about this. You're in a classroom in a math class or social studies class, and your friend is over across the room. If you know sign language, you don't have to talk to them. You can be sitting here signing across the room.
Well, this semester we're learning a lot more. I feel like we're actually, getting to learn vocabulary, and we're getting to use it in different situations and different senses that we weren't able to do that last semester.
This has been Lily She and Haley Kinney reporting for MHS1.
Here's Hannah with sports.
Thanks, Patrick. This past week, your Lions basketball team faced off against Wiley East, winning 90-83, now making them 10-0 in district. They will play Prosper tonight at home. The Lionettes basketball team also beat Wiley East 60-37. They will play tonight at Prosper. Both soccer teams play tonight against North at 7:30. The girls are away and the boys are at home. Good luck to our swim team at regionals today. Now here's Christian Schneider with a look at our tennis team's upcoming season.
McKinney High School's tennis team has been training over the winter to play in this year's spring season.
In the spring, it's very different than it is in the fall. In the fall, we have team tennis. In the spring, we have individual tennis where you play individual tournaments. And so in the spring, we have to prepare completely different than we did in the fall. The way it works in the fall, they do the standings with the teams, and you get, you might be like top 10 in the state and that type of thing. But in the spring, it's just you play a bunch of tournaments, and then you just try to get seeded for the district tournament, the regional tournament, and the state tournament.
Despite having a young team, Coach Dixon has high hopes for her players.
I'm hoping to get some regional qualifiers and possibly even state qualifiers. I'd love to win a state championship this year, and I think we definitely have the ability to win a state championship, some individual state championships, especially, freshman Ellie Douglas. She's been playing really, really well. And, she's been beating everybody that she's played, so we haven't come across anybody that can beat her yet. We'll see how it goes the rest of the spring, but, I look for her to possibly win a state championship as a freshman.
The team has also been planning for success in future seasons.
I can show the team, do this, do that, just make everyone be a better player, try to be a great role model for them, and just show them what they need to do, and when I'm gone next year, for them to just keep doing what we've been doing and be a new leader. This team is pretty good this year, and I know we can go pretty far if we just work as hard as we can.
This has been Christian Schneider reporting for MHS1.
Hey, sports fans! I am Chase Chesapeake. The crew of Barkus barks on down to Mitchell Park on the square, on the square, on the square, on the square, Sunday before Marty's grass. Home run. 12:30 to 4 Advil PM. From big bag wets to beige nets. From the fun and food of the French Quarter in New Orleans to pooches in Paris. Barkus salutes all things French. And now with the weather, Chase Chesapeake.
That's all for sports. Now back to you.
French Club recently visited the Kimball Art Museum to view the French painting gallery. Here's Allison and Gianna.
French Club went to the Phases of Impressionism exhibit that was at the Kimball Art Museum, and it was something that we were really excited about to see because this was a one-stop only in North America, and it was at the Kimball in Fort Worth, coming straight from Paris, and my students learned about the Musée d'Orsay and about Impressionism. So it was a really, really special exhibit that we got to see. I was really hoping that they were just going to be so excited to see these pieces in real life. They learn about them in my class. We talk about them in French Club. We've learned about Impressionism. We've learned about these artists. And so to be there in real life and see these things from Paris that they've only seen before on the computer or in a book, and to be standing there right in front of the dance class by Degas. It was a really amazing experience, and a lot of us, including me, were very moved by it.
I'd say my favorite part of the French Club trip was just experiencing all the different kinds of Impressionism that was exhibited. I really liked seeing some of the lesser known artists, so like Cézanne and guys like that, and what they had to offer.
My favorite part about the museum was actually looking at Impressionism. That collection was actually in France, and you only get to see this about maybe once in your life.
This has been Allison Duran and Gianna Crociata reporting for MHS1.
I'll never learn to tie a tie. Or get my picture taken. I'll never get to buy any flowers. Or go to dinner with my best friend. And I won't ever get to dance.
I couldn't go to Morp because I was never asked.
At MHS1, we believe in finding what matters most for our boys, a Morp date. Together, we can make dates happen.
Well, that's all we have for you today.
For more news, visit mainstreamnews.com.
And remember, if it's news
and it's at McKinney High School,
it's MHS1.